It does. You can just feel it on the team. The team's ready to get after it, and I think it's a long time coming. I think the whole team's ready to really get their focus on Saturday. So.
Hey, Ethan, what's the challenge, or is there one with Turner? He's been a little nicked up. I don't know what the situation is there, but Grant working in there. How's that work for you? Adjusting to a new tackle, or does it matter?
It really doesn't matter. Those two guys communicate. Honestly, sometimes I don't know who's on the left side of me. Sometimes they're rotating so much, and and like everybody rotates. So like I'll be going with the twos. Sometimes I'll be going with the ones. It's kind of like a mix. So I don't think there's going to be an issue at all with left tackle. I think both guys are capable.
Ben Stilley's been really complimentary of you in a couple interviews where he says he's like you've got Big Ten ready. He says sort of like your body. You feel like you kind of took a step up like this year?
Yeah, last year I played about like 285, and right now I weighed in at like 307. So I'm playing like 22 pounds heavier. Duval's been doing a good job in the weight room. We'll see Saturday. We have a great D line, and they've been getting the O line ready, and we'll be getting them ready. And I can't wait to see the O and D line go against somebody else except each other. So.
You talk about sort of mixing and matching on the offensive line. Greg Austin talks about that quite a bit. Have you done more of that in this camp, or has it been sort of similar to spring last year?
Yeah, it's been similar. Coach Austin, he's always looking to see if somebody's maybe a little bit better at another position. It's like a trial and error. But right now I think the guys that are rotating are at the spot they need to be, and I think we're looking good for game this Saturday. So.
Do you guys have to do anything at all as a team to downplay the significance of this game? That sounds weird, but there's been a lot of talk all offseason about how much is riding on this game, how big it is to open against a division foe. Week 0. What is the conversation among the team about just the significance of Saturday?
Most important game is Saturday. I think that's been stressed on the team. We can't get ahead of ourselves. We got to go one game at a time. In Illinois, since the Rutgers game last year, had our eyes on Illinois. So it is the biggest game because we've been preparing for the last 8 months for this game. So, like I said, I think the team is excited and confident going into this game Saturday.
Players who haven't gotten to experience a road atmosphere or anything, or maybe their first college game, any advice you would have for them as they go into this first game?
Just treat it like practice. Coach Frost does a great job of turning up the music, putting us in high-pressure situations while we're tired. Honestly, from my experience, the game is almost easier than practice, so they shouldn't get too worked up. They should, honestly, the next 2 days put in the work, and Saturday would just be a breeze for them. Yeah.
Is it kind of cool when you see them out on the field and all?
Yeah, I think, especially from my standpoint, you go against those guys day in, day out, and you can see the work they put in. And for them to be honored by a black shirt I think, is very special. I started at defense, so I always was striving for that black shirt. But as an O-line, it's a lot of respect. Those guys deserve the black shirts they got, and they put in a lot of work. And nothing but good vibes for them. So.
What kind of opportunity do you guys have? It'll be really the biggest game of the day of college football on Saturday, 12 noon, Fox National TV. I mean, you guys look at this as an opportunity to kind of correct some things from the last few years?
Exactly. I think we just need like you said, a lot of eyes are going to be on us. But I think ultimately we just got to treat it like a game and say, hey, we've been preparing for this for the last 8 months. Let's get after them. And I think that's all there is to it. So.
What's your perspective on the guy to your right? There's been a lot of talk about Juergens this offseason in his development.
Yeah, Cam Juergens is the dude. He works hard. He's gritty. He's the definition of what a pipeline player should be. And for me, just to be next to him, I feel extremely honored. He elevates my game as well, and he's just the definition of what. In the offense line room, we got all these definitions of what a pipeline is, and he fits every single category. He's just a dude. So.
Bunch of guys like Sinkerman, Bando, Hickson, man, guys who've been around, you know, they're like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, those guys, honestly, Trent, like you said, Trent, Brock, and Sick, they've meant a lot because they've been through a lot of coaching staff, the transition. They know the offense more than anybody else because they've been here the longest. And honestly, they've been great leaders on the team for, especially me and the younger guys, just being able to instill what Coach Austin is trying to get across on the offense line. They've been just every day you come in and it's just awesome because their leadership for us. So.
Do you get excited for a guy like Sichterman who, you know, maybe gets a start and it's been 4 years?
Definitely. I think that's awesome. Sick is a person that there's nobody more technical. There's nobody that pays more attention to detail than Matt Sichterman. He is a workhorse. And for him to be able to start, I think, is a testament to him and his work ethic. And I am super excited to see. I think he's going to be a great lineman this year, and I can't wait to see what he does this Saturday.
In the past, you guys, somebody questioned your offensive identity.
Mm-hmm.
What do you hope that the identity will be for this team offensively?
4 or 5 yards of play. We're going to go downhill. We're going to move the ball. And when we move the ball, we're going to be able to pass on them. So I think our biggest identity is just moving the line of scrimmage 2 yards in every single play and being able to give Adrian time to throw. So just hard-nosed football.
How much of an emphasis have you guys put on penalties and curtailing that? And then how much is maybe the game kind of the ultimate test of whether that's actually paying off?
Yeah, penalties have been huge this fall camp. Last year we had a lot of holding, false starts, but every single time if you do a penalty in practice, you have to pay extra, and the guys will really get after you. So it's like it helps change your mindset of like this means a lot, and we put a lot of stress on the penalties, especially false starts this year, and I think or I know it's gonna be better this year.
How do you pay extra? What's that?
Running, lifting, push-ups and stuff after practice. If you run a couple gassers, which is not very fun when you had a 2.5 hour practice out in the heat and you have to go run more, especially in heat races. So, but you pay an extra bill if you have a penalty during camp. So.
Had you done that in the past? Was that
Yeah, we've done it in the past, but it's been more of an emphasis. It's been more severe penalties, especially maybe last year I did like 15 push-ups. Now it's like you got to run like it's like a conditioning set. So.
anything else for Ethan? Yes? Well, more players here.
Right. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Thank you.